G'day guys, I'm Captain Deadmeat and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out Call of Duty's new Battle Royale mode called Warzone. But before we do that, why not hit a like button? Don't forget to subscribe, because I release brand new content every single day. So in a surprising move, Call of Duty released a trailer for a brand new Battle Royale that they were releasing called Warzone. And what was even more surprising was the fact that the trailer announced that the game would then be available the next day. So what I thought we would do is go and check out this Battle Royale game and see how it differs and how it is similar to the other Battle Royale games out there and whether or not it's actually worth trying. In the past, Call of Duty has already done a Battle Royale known as Blackout, but the problem with this game was that it was only available to those people who owned a copy of the game. Well, the new Warzone is different. The Warzone not only is cross-platform for absolutely everybody, but is also completely and utterly free. You do not need a copy of the original Modern Warfare game. And I think this is a good move because it allows everybody to get stuck in and have a go. With so many Battle Royale games out there, it is important to make it as accessible as possible to as larger audience as possible. And I think this is the right move for Call of Duty. Your team consists of 3 players. Like all Royale games, you start in a loading screen where you just run around and shoot everybody with your weapons for no apparent reason. But when you get thrown into the action, you start on a big plane that flies over the map. Now, the map is very detailed, it is very large, but there is a lot of things in there, which means that the action happens right away. One of the things I really liked about this map was the fact that the names of the places were actually hovering over the map, which meant when you jumped out, especially when you are new to the game, it is easy to find out where you're going. The first problem I found with this game when I first started was just how hectic it was. You jump down, grab guns, and start firing almost instantly, especially if there are a lot of people around. And for someone who is jumping into this game for the first time, that can be a little bit overwhelming. But I suppose that is like any Battle Royale game that you actually play. It takes a little while to get used to the gameplay. And I found after an hour or so of playing this, I got a real good understanding of the game. Like all Battle Royale games, there is a force that pushes you closer and closer into a smaller circle. In this case, it is a gas, and this gas is really deadly. My suggestion is don't get caught in it. It will actually hurt you a lot. In some other Royale games, especially things like Fortnite and that, you can actually survive in the gas for some time. In this case, you die pretty quickly. The other thing that I had an issue with this game at the beginning was, especially in some of the more populated areas of the map, is that I tended to get lost. Any area that had large amounts of buildings where you could constantly go in and out of doors and down corridors and upstairs and downstairs, after a while sometimes I got absolutely turned around and I didn't know exactly where I was. Made even worse by the fact that I was quite often in a building with enemies and I had no idea where they were. But again, this is something that you would get used to with time and playing. As for the equipment, weapons, and vehicles available in this game, there is a huge selection. The guns themselves are broken up into categories, starting, of course, from the grey weapons, making their way up through the greens, the blues, the purples, and the golds. And of course, as you get higher up that tier, the weapons get better and better. Unlike the previous Battle Royale that they created, where you had to attach attachments to it, in this case, it is a very simplified system where the weapons are just based on the colours. The better the colour, the better the weapon. And a large selection of vehicles, ranging everything from small buggies all the way up to actually flying helicopters. Flying the helicopters is actually a lot of fun. Took a little bit of a while to get used to flying them, but they can be really useful to get across the map really quickly. Just be careful you don't get shot out of the sky, or in my case, crash into a building. So far, the Battle Royale seems very similar to all the other Battle Royale games. With 150 players, the game does take a little bit longer than most games, but you do find that it happens fairly quickly. But there have been some really interesting additions to this game that make it actually a lot of fun. The first is, on the actual map itself are a bunch of missions that you can do. These range everything from gathering information or actually hunting down other players. And in doing that, you get cash. That cash can be used to purchase additional perks. Things like drones, things like airstrikes, things like health, armor, and the usual. But I think one of the biggest and best introductions to this Battle Royale is its death mechanic. See, when you first get killed, you actually get captured and you're sent to what is known as the GULAG, which is a jail. And when you arrive there, you have to compete in a one-on-one battle royale against another player who has also been killed. And if you manage to survive that 1 versus 1, you go back into the main game. This is a really fun and interesting mechanic. And so far, I have not lost a single GULAG 1 versus 1. There are other ways to bring back the players into the game as well, and that is to purchase a revive. If someone is downed and you have enough cash, you can actually buy that person back into the game. So doing these missions is actually a really good idea because it allows you to have that additional money and bring back your team member really late in the game, which gives you, of course, the upper hand. All in all, I really like this battle royale. The map is really different, lots of unique places, the guns are great, the action is fast paced and adrenaline filled, the end circles are absolutely hectic, and I actually really enjoy this. So the question is, do I recommend this battle royale to anybody? The short answer to this is absolutely yes, especially at this point. You see, there have been so many battle royale games that have come out and gone and disappeared, not being able to compete with some of the bigger battle royale games, especially things like Fortnite. So at this stage, while everybody is keen and eager to check out this new Warzone, it means that the population of people playing the game is very high, which means you'll be able to find a match easy and you'll be able to enjoy the game. Who knows whether this battle royale will be around for a long time. They have certainly suggested that they want to do more additions to the battle royale, they want to add some changes to it, and that there will be an ongoing story that was going to happen. But only time will tell as to whether or not the fans actually still enjoy playing the game. But I think this is a great opportunity to start playing this game right now, especially when people are still trying to learn the game, and they may not be as good at the game as they will be in a few months. And with the fact that it is completely and utterly free, why wouldn't you want to give this a go? Why not let me know in the comments below, have you guys tried this game out? Do you actually like it? Are you going to give it a go? And of course, if you did enjoy this video, why not hit the like button? Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to come back for more content right here on Captain Deadmeat every single day. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to respawn.